A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars, Kenobi. Hunt of the Chosen One. Written by Travis and Shawn Ramirez. An Imperial shuttle flies down to a purple planet named Legocon. Inside are Death Troopers and Paratroopers. The shuttle enters the atmosphere. The troopers dive out of the shuttle one by one. They land stealthily around an ancient Jedi temple. Inside the inner room of the temple, there is a beautiful female Jedi with blue skin and a head full of tentacles, sitting in meditation. Very quietly, troopers emerge from the darkness from behind her. One on the right and one on the left. They draw their blasters to kill her. The Jedi, in slow motion, leaps from a sitting position into a backflip. Using the Force in mid-air, calls her lightsaber from the mantle. She lands and the troopers fall to the ground. Their helmets roll to the side. 8 more troopers come out of the shadows and she battles them all. She holds her own against them. But she senses more coming. She closes her eyes to recenter herself with the Force. From a hut in the back of the temple, you see a large green slithering body slide up and coil itself around a speeder bike. 2 hands with curling, elongated nails grab hold of the controls. The speeder bike starts up and speeds off into the jungle. The troopers now are overwhelming the Jedi in the courtyard. As you see her surrounded with lightsaber in hand, 2 troopers are setting up a Death Star cannon pointed at the inner sanctum door. They turn it on, and as it powers up, they can hear a fast approaching speeder of Jedi Master Oppo Rensisis. His white, bearded face blowing wildly in the wind as he rapidly approaches. So quickly they pull their trigger, and a bright green laser fires out of the cannon just as the speeder bike collides into it. A fiery, triple explosion of the door, the cannon, and the speeder engulfs the 2 stormtroopers in flames. Oppo Rensisis, like a striking viper, projects himself from the speeder bike just before the crash, and soars through the night air, igniting his saber. He comes down expertly on the troopers about to attack his Jedi friend, slicing 3 of them in half. Another 3 stood behind him, and with a powerful swipe of his lengthy tail, he sends the troopers flying. Together they are able to defeat them all. Breathing deep, fast breaths of exertion, they look at each other. As the temple begins to burn, the Jedi start to run toward the now vulnerable sanctuary. Heavy, thumping boots shake the ground from the shadows of the surrounding area, and a blaster bolt flies at them. But Oppo blocks it instinctively. Both Jedi turn and brace themselves to see a hulking Death Trooper of unusual size blitzing towards them. He fires 3 more shots, which they block, and plows into them, sending them both sprawling. Oppo's lightsaber is sent flying, while the other Jedi is face down on the ground, wincing in pain. The giant trooper grabs at her ankle, and he swings his blaster at the back of her head. But with lightning reflexes, she weaves her saber back behind her neck in time to cut his blaster in half. Oppo regains his bearings and slithers with great haste toward the trooper. Like a rag doll, he throws the other Jedi at Oppo, and the 2 Jedi collapse in a pile. Both of them are dazed, without their lightsabers. As the trooper takes slow, confident steps towards them, he nears them. They dig deep into the Force, and with their combined strength, they force push the trooper all the way across the courtyard into the temple wall, effectively knocking him out. The 2 Jedi call their lightsabers and get up to their feet. They sprint towards the burning sanctuary to protect the Jedi relic within. Off to the side, they can see the giant trooper rising up to his feet creepily, as if by another power. But just before they reach the flaming threshold, the dark and menacing caped visage of Darth Vader drops before them, blocking their entry. His hovering shuttle just above. The Jedi come to a sliding halt with fear in their eyes. Vader's hand is outstretched, raising the trooper to his feet, and the Jedi are overwhelmed with fear. Before they can even attempt to fight, the two Jedi begin to levitate. With the flick of his wrist, Vader sends one Jedi violently into the closest wall, while keeping Oppo suspended before him, his tail whipping in a violent panic through the air, as he remained powerless to stop the attack. The giant trooper walks to Vader's side. The female Jedi is motionless on the ground. Vader peers into the mind of Oppo, searching for answers to questions, both of the present and the past. Oppo looks back at him with firm resolve, accepting his looming fate with peace. Vader squeezes his fist. Oppo's neck snaps, and his limp body falls to the ground. Take his body and put it into the cryo chamber aboard my ship, Vader commands the nearby troopers. Vader then turns on his heel. He climbs the steps and walks directly through the flames into the sanctuary room, to the shrine within, and approaches a relic that lay protected and hidden here for thousands of years. It is a golden lightsaber. Vader holds it admiringly for a moment, while the temple burns round him. The giant trooper stands watching from just outside. The shuttle lands behind him in the center of the courtyard, boarding ramp extended. Vader exits the temple through the flames once more. And senses that the female Jedi is still alive. With her last ounce of strength, the Jedi focuses all the force she can muster into one concentrated beam of warning, echoing out from her mind to the farthest reaches of the galaxy, if there be any Jedi to receive it. And just as this beacon goes out from her, the final thing she sees is the red blade of Darth Vader as it swings through her neck. In his humble stone hut on Tatooine, Obi-Wan Kenobi awakens from sleep in shock. Gasping for air, he sits up, wide-eyed, in a cold sweat. This concludes the beginning of the story. To be continued.